Hi guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Kaylie and Gavin's YouTube channel, because that Watch Guy London is currently MIA. So I have with me Gav.
So happy to be here. So bored of Spencer being away.
MIA, just
I'm
gone,
not being
missing.
funny. It's a missing persons ad. Is
Yeah.
anybody has seen Spencer Dryer? Please, can they ring us? He's a little fella. He's about 5'5". He's got a funny little laugh. Last seen in Wales being attacked by a dog. The day before that, he was in Spain. No one knows where he is. Maybe he's on the run.
Maybe.
Maybe he's on the run.
Yeah, I mean, that Watch Guy London has gone.
Yeah. I think we should have a vote for a change of name for the channel. We got to ditch him.
I agree.
Yeah.
I really do agree.
Yeah. Spencer. Oh, you're not even watching.
No.
So I don't even know why I'm going to address you, because I
don't.
know you will not be watching. I know you will be. I just hope he's not in
When did he go
prison.
missing?
When
Well,
did he go missing? That's a
question.
really, really good question. Well, he went missing pretty much at the beginning of the summer. He then popped back. And we saw him once on the show because I was away.
Yeah, he done it with
and
me.
since then, he was supposed to be here and he didn't get here. Anyway.
MIA.
Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to Monday night. Now, I know for some of you it's quite a dilemma. It's a very, very big soccer match in the UK live tonight. It's Manchester United Liverpool, isn't it, James? It is. We don't really care about the outcome, but we are going to catch the second half. So, Nicola, if you want to pop the score up here as we're going, please do. I'll be happy to see what's going on. Welcome, everybody. Good to see. Oh, Jacob. Ooh, new mouse mats look awesome. Yes. Well, funnily enough, Jacob,
Thank you.
they're not all that new. We've had them for quite a while.
Just haven't bought them
We just haven't had them in the studio, and we decided a couple of weeks ago, because Spencer wasn't here, that we would bring them on. So, and now we're going to be inundated with requests for the mouse mats again, aren't we? Yeah, we'll be doing that game. Nicholas says, did you ever find out whether it was Spencer who was really commenting a couple of weeks ago? Well, actually, yes, it was. It was Spencer who was commenting. He couldn't work out basically how to dial in, because we gave him a link so he could connect up to us, but he forgot how to do that.
I rang him straight after the show because we were like, no, seriously, who was that? And I rang him and I said, can I just check it was you or is it not? And he was like, yeah, of course it was me. I was like, okay, that's fine.
Absolutely. Ian Nicholson, I hope you are well. Hey, James in the studio, welcome back. I hope you had a nice holiday. James, did you have a nice holiday?
Lovely, thank you.
Have you got your mic on today?
I will do.
Okay. James had a lovely holiday. A lovely holiday. Big news, Maguire and Ronaldo dropped. Wow. Okay. Andrew James, comment of the evening already. He got lost in Legoland. You are probably right. They've opened the Lego. In fact, I was thinking of a great day out for Spencer, because they've reopened the Legoland store in Leicester Square. And they've got all
He's already missing. Gav, please.
I know. But I figured if Paul can take him, and I hope people saw Paul's video on Spencer and getting chewed up by a dog, then yeah. Kid Mambo, we've got Spencer's ransom for his release tonight. Yep, absolutely. Spencer was mistaken for an exhibit at Legoland. That could quite well be true as well. Guys, if you haven't done so already, please do like and subscribe to our channel. We'll get that one out the way. Pop your comments in below. Any questions you have for Kaylie and myself, please do pop them in. As always, oh, hold on a second. Paul Crocker. Gavin finally got a Moonswatch Uranus. What a summer watch. Loving it. Congratulations, Paul. I'm really pleased to hear that. Hi, Gav. Any more swatches? Derek, I am pretty much done, my friend. I have just one more to get, which is Neptune, but I won't be getting it because it's apparently not coming out to next year now, and I will not be paying up for one. James, can you deal with those comments that are coming through? Thank you. What's been going on at BQ, Kaylie?
You know, Gav, it's just been, well, actually, so last time I saw you, obviously it was a week ago.
Yes, a week ago. It was a whole week ago.
And, well, it wasn't, no. We didn't have a show last week.
No, where was I last week? Oh, no, I was away last week.
You was away.
I was away
Everyone
last week.
bunked off.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
I was sitting there on
Spencer
my
was getting
own,
attacked by
waiting for you
dogs
all
as
to
well,
come.
though. So we were actually at a trade show. So not this weekend, just gone the weekend before.
You were in Wales.
In Wales.
Yes, you were. You were at Celtic Manor, weren't you?
We were, yes.
For a trade show over the weekend.
Yeah, so we were there.
Funny month to do it, August.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but it had been, I'm not sure why August. I can't really tell you why. Obviously, everyone's away and Wales isn't around the corner.
But it was good fun.
Yeah, it was lovely. I mean, I've never been to Wales,
Spencer
personally.
did come back for that, didn't he?
He did, yes.
He did, didn't he?
Yes.
So he came back for the weekend for the
that's where I
watch
last
show.
saw him, and when he got attacked by a dog.
You saw him in Wales.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
And then
he's disappeared off again.
gone somewhere.
There is a reward for his return.
I don't know if he's being abducted and then being given back. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe they're like, God, you're too much.
Yeah, sorry we didn't make it last week, but as I said, I was away and the other guys were in Wales. We were all waiting here. Yeah, I'm sure you were. I did actually get a few texts from people saying, are you sure you're not going to go live tonight? But there we go. Kaylie, one thing that has been going on, Kaylie, guys, I know it's people of a certain age maybe that look at things like TikTok, but Kaylie, you've become a little bit of a TikTok sensation, haven't you?
Let's
take a look at this, everyone.
Obviously, audio removed.
Burn it.
Oh,
No,
audio
what?
removed. Why is the audio removed, James?
Looks stupid. No, I said
for
burn
YouTube.
it.
Oh, apparently the audio's been removed for YouTube.
It's on, but it's broken. That was all I was saying. Should we go again?
Oh.
Let's play again and everyone keep quiet.
All right, I'll play it again.
Burn it. Burn it.
What?
Did I say stand there and look stupid? No, I said burn it.
Love the facial expressions, Kaylie. So, Kaylie, you've gone a little bit on the old viral side, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you've gone a little bit viral. So, you started up a little TikTok channel for BQ Watches, and you've been getting tens of thousands of little views and bits and pieces, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been a bit crazy.
Is this it for you? Is this like fame and stardom on its way?
This is it. This is my calling in life.
Wow, amazing. Jonathan Adamson says, hi, Gav. I was in my local shopping centre in Newcastle upon Tyne last week, and there was a promotion selling the Moon Swatch. There was a big queue, but not very big. Didn't get one. Didn't get one because you didn't want one, or didn't get one because they've ran out? I do hear there's a lot more stock coming through, everybody, so you do stand by your beds for that. Jacob, Gav, Hulk on Gav or Sermit? We'll get to that right now. Kaylie, what's on your wrist, please?
So I'm actually wearing a Datejust. Here, I'll give it to you, Gav. A Datejust 36, steel and yellow gold with the Wimbledon dial.
Okay, very interesting, this, Kaylie.
Model number 126203.
Very interesting, this, Kaylie.
Okay.
Because I love the Wimbledon.
But you don't like it on the ceiling
I
gold, though, do you?
absolutely hate that.
Terrible.
Awful combination for me. And actually, without the fluted bezel, I don't think it's the same watch. I don't know what anybody else thinks about that. But,
I prefer the fluted bezel.
On
all Datejust
absolutely
for me
makes it, doesn't it?
It looks like a copy.
Yeah. It doesn't really do it for me, that one, at all in any way, shape or form.
I do, and it is, you are right, because with the fluted bezel, I feel like even on any of the Datejust, I feel so differently about them.
Yeah, and I cannot fall in love with bimetal either.
No, you're not a big metal fan, are you?
You know when you know what you like, you like, except to some watches we're going to unbox later. But if you like what you like, 4CD says, got to have fluted. I would absolutely agree with that. Let's pass that back to you. Jacob, you are a keen eye, my friend. Yes. Today I am wearing my Hulk. Kaylie will give you the model reference number.
116610 LV.
LV, there we go. I love my Hulk.
Love a Hulk.
That's all I'm going to say. I love my Hulk. Jacob says, even the root beer, Gav. Yeah, absolutely. Even the root beer, two-tone, bimetal, doesn't do it for me. I could sit and watch and look at that all day.
I do love a Hulk. I really do.
And it does feel very, very, very special. And I do love getting it out.
You don't wear it. You don't wear it enough, do you?
No, I don't. I actually I wore it this weekend, which is why it was on my wrist. Had a special little celebration, so I thought I'd have it on. A celebration for somebody else, I'll hasten to add. But yes, and I am going away again tomorrow, and I will not be taking that with. I will be taking my Swatch Pay.
Oh, yeah,
so that I can sit on the beach and just turn my wrist and say, I'll have another drink. I'll have another drink. And just give it one of those.
Just keep them coming.
Yeah. Nicola, Gavin, does your watch get bigger if you get angry? No, not quite. What was the name of the actor who played him in the first, when I was a kid? Bill Bixby. Was it Bill Bixby?
I don't know.
Bill Baxter? No. Anyway, Bill Bixby, I think it was. Paul Crocker, that is a beauty. Thank you very much. If nobody likes it, I'll take it if it's going cheap, says Kid Mambo. I say that'll be your watch, Kaylie. Amazing.
Which one?
Amazing. Guys, I hope everybody's been having a great summer so far. If you've been away, do pop it in, let us know.
Yeah.
Maybe if any of you have been to Spain, you might have bumped into Spencer somewhere. Jonathan Allison says, didn't get one because I'm not a big fan of the Moonswatch. Looking to sell my Amiga Speedmaster. What is the best way to do so? The best way to do so, I would suggest, is to give Kaylie a call tomorrow. The phone number is on the website. And she'll do the best she can for you. Just make sure you give her a big smile. Now, what I did want to show you is I wanted to show you this. I came across this. I'm always looking at social media and bits and pieces. And obviously, because I look after the social media for Spencer, you can blame me for the rubbish that we put out. You see a lot of stuff. And I saw this. And I wanted to know what everybody's thoughts are. Kaylie, this is an orange Persimmon Rolex from DIW. And I'd like to know what everybody's thoughts are on this. They do customizations. Kaylie, what do you think of that watch?
I, in my own opinion, think it is horrendous.
James, you absolutely love that, don't you?
Love it. Absolutely love it. If anyone wants to get me any gifts, that would be a good one.
I have to say, just as something different, I really do like orange on a watch because I've got my Milgauss with the orange hands and
I like the turquoise.
A couple of the other oranges I've got in my watches. But I have to say, I'm not so sure. I don't know if I love it or I don't. I don't know. I'm a bit...
I don't understand the green as well through the bezel.
Yeah, there's green through the bezel. Anyway, it's
turquoise.
Is it turquoise?
No, not through the bezel.
No, through the bezel. It's green.
Turquoise.
No, it still looks green.
I mean, it matches the second hand.
Well, no, James.
That's worrying.
That's worrying. Your eyes must be really off.
Maybe that monitor is...
Oh, maybe it's the monitor. That could be true. Yeah. Kid Mamba, you've been tangoed. Yeah, just wonder what you think of that, guys. I didn't go as far as checking out the price or Tim Jacks is right up Paul Street. Absolutely. Nicola, I think that's pretty cool. I'm not sure whether I really love it or really don't like it at all because I really do love orange, but interesting. And Kaylie, do you know where else I went today?
Where?
I feel like I'm doing all the talking here, Kaylie.
Sorry.
I went to Tag Heuer on Oxford Street.
Did you?
Yeah, because I saw a really nice watch. I've been spammed. You know when you get spammed on Instagram with watches? And they've got some sort of like smartwatch. And on this smartwatch, they've done a Porsche collaboration. Not that I care about the Porsche side of it, but I just quite like the colorings. And I thought the watch looked really, really smart. Then they told me they do one with a Golf that measures your shots and all the rest of it.
That's quite cool.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll tell someone.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, very, very mixed.
Very Marmite, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think it really is. You love it or you
awful.
hate it.
Heavenly Mark, and I love it. EasyJet's Pilot Watch, absolutely.
Yeah,
not sure on that one.
EasyJet.
Like a bit of orange, but that's too much. That's funny because, I like a bit of orange, and I also think it's a little bit too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I thought I'd just show you that one because, hey, hell, why not? So that was kind of it. Now, Kaylie, we sat down this morning and said we can't do Rolexes again, didn't we?
I was like, let's do something different this
Shall
week.
we do something different?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we decided to do
Tudors.
Rolex baby brother Tudors.
Yeah.
Because there was a few in the drawer. So let's have a look. What have we brought in and why have we brought these in?
Okay. So the first one I'm going to get out is this one, which I would say is one of the most popular ones.
Okay. Before I do that, James, bring up Paul Randall's comment because you sent me this, didn't you, on Instagram?
I did.
I'll wait for the Rolex Supreme rumored collaboration.
If
not for 1 second will that ever happen.
Well, if the bots are to be believed, there is already a placeholder.
Really? Is your mic on, James? Can people hear you say that? Oh, good. Excellent. So that's interesting. So if the bots are to believe, there's a placeholder for that watch already. Interesting.
As in for a product.
Yeah.
Just so you also know,
yeah.
It had one of the big price holders.
Yeah.
So it will be up to £99,999.
Huh?
Oh.
They have different, obviously for the number of pounds and pence.
Yeah.
They have different size price holders, and this was the second biggest one available.
Right.
Which is up to £100,000 or
okay.
$99.99.
James, you are the font of all knowledge on botting, aren't you?
No, I just know a guy.
You know a guy who can. We had him on. I'm going to tell you now. I absolutely love this, Kaylie.
Love it.
I love this. Talk me through this watch.
So this is the Tudor Black Bay Chrono.
Yeah.
Obviously known as the Panda.
Still reasonably hard to get, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not sort of the easiest watch to come by.
We don't have many in stock, but this is really popular, and obviously it comes in the black dial and the white dial. And I mean, I just love it. I mean, what's your thoughts on it, Gav?
I'd buy that.
Yeah.
I would buy that. I would have that. I really like that. I think it's really super smart. I love it actually with the date at the 6 o'clock as well, which I think is really, really lovely, really gorgeous.
But also, Gav, it comes with
rubber straps.
Yeah, but this and the black one we don't get offered many of them.
You don't, do you?
No.
Okay.
There was a stage where we had quite a few in, but
all dried up a little bit.
Well, everyone just as soon as we get them in, they go.
Yeah. How much is said watch?
So this is 4,750.
4,000, which is probably not too far off. I would imagine far off a list.
I think list is like 4,060.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just slightly above, which would reflect the fact that there aren't so many of them around. Yeah. That's really, really lovely. What do we got? What do we got up next? I'm gonna mark my favourites down after. Let me borrow your mouse mat. Let me borrow your other mouse mat so I can pop them down here. Great, thank you. Paul, just come back on your comment, but Gav Supreme collaborated with Louis Vuitton, so it could be possible. Anything is possible. I just don't see Rolex really collaborating fashion brands and fashion brands. I think that absolutely works. I'm just not sure. Mind you, I suppose I have seen Rolexes with Pizza Hut on it. So, wow, this is
my
the
favourite.
old favourite. We're always asked about this watch.
Tudor
Black Bay Harrods.
This is my favourite.
Now, this is your favourite because?
Yeah. The green. I think it's just the green bezel. I think it's different.
The shade of the green.
I love this watch.
Yeah. Nicola, 1-0 United. Get in there. Wow.
Oh, Dilly at work will be happy.
That'd be amazing. But I predict something. United will lose. You know what? The only thing about the green for that on this watch, it looks a bit too like mushy pea green. I know it's probably the Harrods Pantone colour. In fact, I'm not even sure it's the Harrods Pantone colour because it could be the lighting in here. But it looks a little bit, mint pea green.
I don't like mushy peas, I'll be honest.
Yeah. But I love the symmetry of it for myself. No date, hence it's a big lump, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look
I think Tudor are a little bit bigger, like bigger pieces than what people think they are until you see them in person.
How much is that one, Kaylie?
That one is 4,250.
Steve W. has said, not sure if anyone else has had this, but my AD has closed their Rolex list. They said too many on the list to manage. No, but I did go into my AD this week and they asked me to reduce my my list of watches.
Really?
But one of them had been discontinued anyway.
What was it?
It was the Tiffany Blue OP.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, which had gone ages ago and I told them to remove it. So there we go. This is one of my favourites. You do not like this watch, do you, Kaylie?
No, sorry.
Black Bay Bronze, yes?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I really like that. What is it you don't like?
No, I'd like to ask you what it is that you like.
Well, I'll tell you what I like is I have never really liked gold-coloured watches as a younger person. And as I've got older and maybe my tastes have changed, I quite like the bronze colour on my skin.
That's fair enough.
And that's really what it is. In fact, I did a live the other day with Paul at BQ. And he was showing some old Rolex, some gold watches we were showing.
Day dates and stuff like
some
that.
Day dates, and there was quartz. Oyster quartz. And actually, I thought I put them, although they were a bit small in size, I put them on my skin, and actually, maybe with a tan, it just...
You like the way it looks?
Yeah, it just sat quite nicely, and I thought to myself, I think that would look okay on me. And I do like the symmetry of the sort of 369 and no date. I mean, you could wear a different watch every day, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Chili Badger says bronze patina equals worn. Yeah, it does look really, really lovely. How much is that one, Kaylie?
That one is 4,500.
I mean, just all in a sensible kind of, dare I say it, budget price range. If we're always comparing to obviously the bigger pieces. Right. This is meat and potatoes, this watch, isn't it?
Yeah. This is the Black Bay GMT.
But I have to say, that doesn't do it for me.
It's a very staple one to me, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, it's meat and potatoes. It is. For me, the date looks so small without the Cyclops.
Yeah.
That I think is quite hard to read. And I get the fact, but
That's probably why you prefer it on that chrono at the bottom at the 6, bit easier to read maybe as well.
Yeah, it is a bit easier to read.
And on the white dial.
And also, I think, honestly, the funny thing is if I was having a GMT, it would have to be like if I was having the blue-red sort of Pepsi combination,
Yeah.
then I'd have to definitely have a Rolex because I don't think that's it doesn't feel like a good substitute. I guess it is.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very popular one. This one.
Yeah, heavily marked. The number font is too thin for me. I agree. Ian says the GMT is a great, solid and built watch. I mean, all these watches are amazing. Obviously, amazing quality. What gets me actually is that it's really the case.
Yeah.
They are so thick set, aren't they? How much is the GMT, Kaylie?
That one's 3,150.
How much? 3150.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so reasonable. Nicola, it's too much of a Rolex wannabe for me. A fine watch, I'm sure, but can't get away from my initial thoughts. And Tim says Tudors are fantastic value for money, and I completely agree with that.
Yeah, so do I.
Because it's not me saying it. Obviously, it's really sort of well spoken about now. There's a resurgence in Tudors, isn't there, Kaylie?
Yeah.
They're definitely having their moment in the sunshine. Kaylie, can you just do me a favour and open that up a little bit because it won't go around the. Yeah.
No, yes, definitely. Tudors have always been popular, but they're obviously.
Well, I think with the whole sort of crisis of people not being able to get watches prior to, over the last couple of years, and people have maybe either, in protest decided to head towards other brands, you can't open that either. No, I couldn't work out how to open it.
No, but I do know, but how embarrassing.
How embarrassing. You can't open the watch, Kaylie. That's why I bought it on the metal. I can put it in front of the camera. Say faffing around.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, okay.
A bit horrified.
Yeah, because I think there's string attached to it.
Hashtag
Right.
walks.
Awkward moment there, everybody. We couldn't get it undone.
TikTok.
Basically, I love this watch. For lots of reasons, I love this watch. But probably because, to me, it just reminds me of the Explorer. Going back a long way. This is the Black Bay Pro, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. And I have it on the steel strap, and I absolutely love it. And I think for me...
Do you prefer it on the bracelet to the strap?
Do you know what? I don't really have any watches on... No, I do have preference. I don't have many watches, or any watches, I think, on straps.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I don't think I've ever worn a watch on a NATO strap, ever.
Oh, fine.
And maybe it's something I should consider doing, just to see how it looks and feels. But they do like a rubberized strap as well, which I think is quite nice. How much is this with you?
That one is 3,950.
3,950.
Yeah.
That's lovely. Right, what's up next? That's it?
Yeah.
You're all done?
Yeah.
Well, what were the other two in the corner?
Oh, that's mine.
Oh, that's yours. And what's the next one?
This one. You picked this one out.
Yeah, why did I pick it out? And why are you holding back?
No, I'm not.
Because it's the ugliest thing you've ever seen?
No. Actually, this one's actually fully stickered.
Okay. So, this is a watch I would 100% say it's an interesting looking thing, but I would possibly never wear it. What is this, Kaylie?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, your sticker's fallen off.
Yeah.
And you've lost your model number. Well, that's good because that's where our fantastic audience comes in because Kaylie's dropped the sticker off.
Yeah, the sticker's gone.
Yeah, amazing.
Let's see if I can quickly
Right, come on.
it.
Let's give a price. Let's give a price to the
can...
first person who tells us what that is.
So the price is... Oh, do you want me to tell the price?
Yeah.
It's 4,400.
So it's £4,400. But the model numbers rubbed off?
Yeah, I don't really know.
See, this strap does not do it for me.
Oh, it's another Black Bay Chrono. Right, it's obviously the steel and gold version. And with the strap. I don't know what has happened there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
I think it looks huge.
It's absolutely humongous, isn't it? Ginormous. And
I don't really understand the bit underneath.
What, to stop the... maybe it's for travellers and explorers.
It's an explorer's strap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what's making it look so much bigger.
Yeah, it's a big clunky monster, isn't it?
Because had it been on a bracelet,
yeah,
I don't think it would look as big as that.
Yeah. So guys, let's have a little look. What do you think? What would be your favourite from this little lot?
I know the order mine would go in.
What would your order be? I know. Well, let's pick a top 3. Your top 3, Kaylie. In first place.
Harrods.
That would be your number 1.
Yeah.
The Harrods. Number 2.
The Panda.
The Panda, number 2. Number 3.
The Pro.
The Pro.
They're my top 3.
Okay, I would swizzle that around a little bit. My top one would be the Panda, for sure. My number 2 would be the Pro, but on a steel bracelet.
Yep.
And I think that's an absolute winner. And my number 3, only because I wouldn't have the Harrods, would be Little Bronze Beauty.
Oh no!
Because I just think it's not something you'll see everybody wearing.
No, that is very, very true. It is very different.
And I think that's kind of for me what it's all about. When I was doing the live the other day with Paul, we're sort of saying when you're wearing an older piece, I know we finally got away from those wretched questions that we used to get every week of what will this be watch worth in 3 weeks' time, in a month's time, and so how much do you think a Batman will be? But with these solid pieces of some of the older, more retro watches that are in the vault, as it were, if you're wearing one of those and someone sees you with it on, it's a bit like if you know, you know.
Yes,
if you're wearing an Oyster Quartz from 1972 and someone sees, oh, he must like his watches, he's got an Oyster. And I think that's the same for this. If you're wearing that, it's not necessarily an obvious choice of watch perhaps to wear. I know you don't like it at all.
Just a heads up, that strap appears to be called a Bund strap.
A Bund.
A Bund.
Okay, there we go. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Guys, we all asked week in, week out about the state of the market, aren't we? It's a constant question. There's been constant things, but I saw a very
videos slagging it off.
Yeah,
people that don't actually work.
I got a little bit sort of despondent watching all these videos because obviously I know you sort of said I'm over it. I'm over all these YouTubers.
I find it hard because they don't work in it every day. I feel like everyone jumps on the bandwagon, everyone scaremongers people. Like it to me, I get it if that's your opinion and that's fine, but I work in it every day, and I would honestly say on this channel whether I think it's going down. I would be honest, but it's just constant. And what you're about to show, I'm really happy that somebody has turned around and said, you know what?
I'm going to say, I watch everybody's channels, and I've been turned off by some channels recently, and for whatever reason, and maybe I've just got a bit bored. I mean, because there's when there's not a lot going on, and maybe hype dies down. But I have to say, he got a lot of stick for this, but I'm going to say hats off to this young man, because here's just a little recap of a little video Ushin made the other day.
Guys, now is the time to buy a Rolex watch. It's the perfect moment. You won't get another chance like this for a long time. And I'm going to go through the reasons why.
The crash is over. Hurrah.
If it ever was a crash in the first place, I actually personally don't think it was. I'm going to make a video on that in the coming days. But yes, some of the prices did come down, came back down to where they were before that craziness at the end of last year, the beginning of this year. That was just an anomaly, guys. That's all it was.
Oh, they're desperate, guys.
The sellers are more desperate than ever. They've just gone through a very slow summer. Summer is normally slow to begin with. The past few haven't been because of COVID, of course, but now this one, everybody's pretty much back to normal. They're spending their money on holidays and so on. So it's the usual thing. But coupled with everything that happened with the market and so on, the ADs, not the ADs, but the grey market sellers, the flippers, all of these guys, they're more desperate than ever, and they'll probably take any offer you throw at them.
Has anything really changed?
I was at my Rolex AD just the other day. I was picking up this watch. I asked them on my way out, hey, has everything changed a little? Are you feeling a temperature shift because of what's happening on the grey market? They looked at me like I had 10 heads. They're like, and they pointed at the cabinet, their Rolex cabinet display, and there was nothing in it.
We've seen it all before, guys.
If you haven't noticed, this is how the market goes with everything, not just with watches, but certainly with watches as well. Up and down and up and down. Things, the tide ebbs and flows, doesn't it? This is the way it goes. Now, yes, there's been a pretty crazy one that just happened. But, some waves are bigger than others. Does that mean everybody wave does it mean it's the end of the world? No. It's just we went through kind of a weird dip. It was like the perfect storm of stuff. COVID came to an end. People are back out. The war in Ukraine, etc., etc. So much stuff all happened at the same time. It just created this anomaly after another anomaly that just happened, which is the prices going nuts. I mean, completely crazy. Nobody can explain it to this day. Why on earth? That's the big question. The question isn't why did they crash now? The question is, why did they get so crazy in the first place? Now the prices are just back to where they were before that crazy anomaly that just took place.
Take your revenge, fellas.
Remember all that complaining you were doing, all the hate you were throwing at the flippers months ago, saying they were ruining the hobby for everyone else and so on? Now is your time to get back at them, to take your revenge. The flippers are fucked. These are the guys who put down a lot of money to buy all the hype watches they could, and now they find themselves caught with their pants down. I've seen a lot of flippers sell the watches for exactly the same price as they bought them. They just don't have the money, the cachet to weather through this storm.
So first off, I'd like to say I am so happy to see, I really enjoyed Ushin's channel prior to a few months ago, and I'm really pleased to say that I'm back enjoying his videos, and it's great to see good watch content. I mean, I love Bark and Jack stuff as well, and about effing time, and I just think it's really nice to get back to just to seeing good quality content. It's just some interesting points, because he got absolutely slated for going against the grain, and instead of jumping on the bandwagon, and I've seen some comments in there saying he's got more watches to sell than Spencer and all the rest of it, but the bottom line is sometimes even to stand out from the crowd, and it's a very different reflection you see on a weekly basis to sort of, and yes, prices have definitely, we know, have moved to a more I don't even know what the word is. Not reasonable, is it? They've sunk back.
They've come back from where they were. They've come back 3 months ago.
So I called you on the way here, didn't I? Because I said to you, I've just seen something on Instagram. I've just been offered on Instagram, basically a watch list, Rolex. It was a Sky Dweller on an Oysterflex, and pretty much you said to me it's not such a popular watch, and pretty much they do trade around kind of list price in steel.
They don't go a lot.
Yeah.
A lot over on the Oysterflexes. The steel and the steel and gold ones are a lot more popular.
Yeah.
Not sure why. I actually don't know why, because I think especially the one with the chocolate dial was lovely, or the rhodium. But it just seems that they don't. Some of them just on the Oysterflexes just aren't as popular as I think people thought they would
absolutely be. And it's interesting because I think that Ushin put across a really good point, which one that we all struggled and we all thought about when it was happening at the time, which was, never mind the prices coming back, but what really caused the massive surge at the start of this year, the jump was so ginormous. And I know things have settled back probably a little bit below that now, well below that, but it's interesting. And, I can't help but feel, and I'm not of the generation to understand cryptocurrencies, but the big collapse that took place in the last 4 or 5 months definitely coincided with a
100%.
Massive sell-off because in the cryptocurrencies. And I'm not saying that's perceived wealth, but house prices have not come off. I mean, we're talking about, out there in the big wide world, there's lots of crisis going on. But there's not a crisis in the housing market yet. There's not there's not a crisis in other chattels like artwork, like cars. But it really did hit very quickly the sort of cash quick market of watches. Yeah. And I think that a crypto plays a big part in our watch world somewhere along the line.
Yeah, because everyone that had made loads of money on crypto then decided when the prices were like everyone decided to buy over that period, which obviously then the prices were going up and everyone was like using their crypto money, and then obviously crypto took a massive dip, and it all kind of all went in together, really.
Adam Crossfire says, I suppose the question is this the calm before the storm? Will things decrease as inflation and energy prices really bite in the winter? And I think my answer to that, because let's all give opinions, and I'd like to hear your opinions, is if I had the money put away and I'm a 52-year-old man and I am waiting for my Rolex from my AD, I don't think that I'm going to think twice about receiving the call and buying the watch or buying a watch I love. But that's the position I'm in, and everybody's position is very different. If the watch comes up that I'm after, I'm going to be buying it. I'm not going to be worrying about my gas or heating bill, even though for the wider economy, maybe that's not saying that I don't care about it. I'm just saying it's a luxury purchase and something that I've set money aside for to do. And so that's a big thing for everybody. But what I would say is, for the people that have been buying them to speculate, they are out the game. Because now the worry is, if they pick up something, can they knock it out to a Spencer? Can they knock it out to a Nico or a someone? Is the profitability as good for them? So that's interesting. But would you pay 3 times list? That's for CDs? No. But that's intrinsically me. My best friend is a grey market dealer, and I still can't necessarily buy a watch. I've bought one watch from him, a Milgauss.
But also, like you said, you're like you've put yourself on the list, and you're happy to wait, right, until you get that call to then buy it.
Yeah.
But there's people out there that have got the money for the second-hand market, but they don't want to wait on a list for 5 years for a watch.
Absolutely.
And that's also understandable. Like people work hard for their money.
Absolutely.
And they can spend it if they, do you know what I mean? Like you
let's
wait
put it,
and
let's
stuff
put
like
it into
that.
context
but I feel
also.
like it's just constant
Let's put it into
negativity.
I mean, if I revved up and I thought to myself I was maybe in a position to buy a platinum Daytona, that's something I'm never ever on this planet going to get from an AD. I'm struggling to get a Submariner from an AD. So I'm never going to get a platinum Daytona. But if a platinum Daytona came back to lists, or maybe lists or just above, would I consider it then? From in the grey, I think I probably would. If I had the money, I probably would. But at 3 times list, for me, probably not. But that doesn't exclude me. If people can't get things, they can't get things.
No, it doesn't matter how much money's in their bank. Doesn't mean that they can walk into Rolex and say, I want a platinum Daytona today. That's just still not how it works. Same as with Pateks or anything, APs.
Let's have a look. Tim Jack says, I think there are 2 very different markets, which I agree. ADs, Rolex will never have an issue. Secondary market prices have dropped since the start of the year, and my opinion will continue to drop further. And I think that there's a big possibility of that. But if you speak to, and we've talked about it on the show over the last 2 years, Spencer would tell you how many times prior to 2016 or 2015, most things traded at pretty much at a discount.
Yeah.
A discount to list.
But to people, this is...
For years and years and years.
But
so
I also feel
nothing new is coming.
No, but I feel like with social media...
Yeah.
This is why everyone's... Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because in 2016, 2015, when there was discounts or stuff like that, social media wasn't as big as it is now.
Yeah.
Social media is your biggest platform.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's... Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Adam says, enjoying the balanced discussion on this tonight. I'm still on the fence on what prices are doing, but either way, it's nice to have a sensible discussion. Yeah, I think that's exactly the point. It's about having a sensible discussion on the matter. And actually, for me, and I think for Spencer, if the prices continue to go down, it's no bother, because it just means customers can buy watches cheaper. The dealers still make their margins, just everything just shifts downwards in terms of the grey market stuff.
You just learn to go with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no point stressing about it and stuff like that, because whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You can't stop prices falling or rising or anything like that. No one can speculate, and no one really knows what's going to happen.
Mark F says, a year wait for a Black Bay Chrono BQ deal done in 30 minutes, well worth the £500 premium. I'm enjoying the watch sooner. So here's an interesting one. I'll come back to some other comments in a second. For my very last moon swatch I needed to get was Pluto. And I shit you not, I went every single day for about a week and a half, because I just had time off over the summer. And I went and queued, and I was sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, you absolute mug, Gavin, for £140 over list, you can simply buy one. For the amount of days I was wasting,
you probably
queuing up. I spent more than that, and time and days and hours. But something inside me said the game for me was just about getting it myself.
Gav,
yes, James.
Interesting piece of news.
Yeah.
2013, Supreme released a Rolex collab, summer 2013.
Oh.
Would you like to see a picture of it?
Yeah, bring a picture up. But now we're back to the Rolex. There we go.
Now, if you have a look closely at the middle of the dial, you will see an obscenity.
Surely that doesn't really say that.
FM.
Yep.
Oh,
that was the collab.
You're lying. That never came out.
No, they would never put that out.
That's what it says here.
Yeah, that might be a piece of news. I mean, I would be very surprised if Rolex
that hasn't come out.
A watch out with FM on the middle.
Jesus.
I don't know.
Yeah, that does seem to be consistent with reports. It was in GQ.
Yeah, Jacob Ken was saying, I'm pretty sure that was a redial.
Oh, possibly so.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, thanks for that, James. That's a beautiful bit of... That's a beautiful bit.
Can I also just thank that that gentleman who said that he bought the watch from us over list, and he's
absolutely.
Because I just read it out, and then I was like,
Kid Mambo made a very nice comment. I'm just going to go back to it. Actually, it was a few comments ago, because I can't find it. Oh, Kid Mambo, can we address the elephant in the room, please? Fabulous nails yet again, Kaylie.
Thank you. I had them done on Friday.
They are. Look at those beauties. Lovely. It's always the highlight of my day. Jake Weekender, is that the California company that got a cease and desist from Rolex with the colourful dials?
Probably.
Yeah, could well have been. Yeah.
Having that on it.
Yeah. So, yeah, interesting. I mean, personally speaking, it's always interesting to monitor what goes on with the prices. But I actually think funnily enough, it suits everybody if they just tickle back a little bit. There was a comment about flippers that I wanted to sort of come back to. LC Watch Collect says, you're saying about that there is not as much profit in them, so it will put flippers off, but they can still double the money on most watches. Can they on most watches? First of all, if you're going to be buying a Patek, for example, you're definitely still going to be in the money, aren't you?
Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, it depends what Patek.
But also, equally, dare I say it, I don't know. What's the appetite for risk as a watch dealer for taking on bigger pieces now? Because, having seen the write-downs that you would have had to take on some of the bigger pieces, I know you do plenty of consignment as well. But if somebody walked in tomorrow and had I don't know, one of these.
Yeah.
And they're I don't know what they're trading at now. I actually honestly don't know. But they're still big money, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a consideration, or is it a consignment piece now? Because do you really have the appetite to take on that kind of risk when you can go and buy 10 subs, for example? Bread and butter stock that you can turn over, make your money on and just move on.
It's always a conversation
that
we will have with the customer.
Yeah.
Because obviously it all depends what they're looking for at the end of the day. If they want close to what they're selling for, then it is on consignment.
Yeah.
There's no point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if they want an offer, I'll obviously speak to Spencer and we'll give an offer. But obviously it also does depend on stock at the minute. Like if I've got both of these big pieces in, I'm not necessarily going to go and buy another one to add, do you know what I mean, to add 100%. To it, but it might be on consignment.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And the other big, I don't even know it's a white elephant, but the Riddler.
Mm-hmm.
I know you haven't seen, I don't think you've seen that many. You might have been offered plenty and maybe have turned down because people wanted money, it was too strong, and they've come all the way back. But do you think that's been as popular as people thought it would be? Do you think you would have seen more of them? Do you think you would have bought more of them? Or is it just not the appetite on the buying side?
It's hard because the hype when it got announced was mental.
Hold on. LC Watch Collector. Could you not double your money in a Steel Sky Dweller or a Sub or Olive Day-Date or a Steel Daytona? So the Sky Dweller I saw today was at list. That was on an Oyster Flex.
Yeah, so he means like a steel.
So
a steel that is, say, like 11. It depends what colour, because a white you won't double your money.
No.
A black you won't double your money. A Submariner, a date sub, if that's $8,000.
Olive Day-Date you will, won't you?
But you're not necessarily going to double your money.
No.
So that's quite a hard question, because at the minute...
And a Steel Daytona you definitely would.
Yeah, I mean...
Daytona's, but Daytona... It's an anomaly all on its own. It has its own marketplace.
They're different kettle of fish completely.
Nick, Nick Nicholas asking, what is the Riddler selling for now? Circa?
About 27.
About 27. Which has come back around 12, 13 grand, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it hasn't got hard. But I don't see that that many people walking around with them on. Do you see that much? Do you get a lot of people phoning up and saying, do you have a Riddler?
No.
I'll
be completely... No, we don't.
Yeah.
And I also haven't been offered one in quite a while.
Have you not?
So I don't know if they're not releasing many.
Yeah.
I don't know if people that have got them generally, like yourself, Gav, are left-handed, so they actually have got them to actually keep them. Do you know what I mean? Rather than flip them. But it's a weird watch, that one, because the hype was massive, and now
it literally became a damp squib, didn't it?
No, but really, like, the hype was massive.
Yeah.
And now it just...
flat. It's almost become, that was almost like the top of the market, wasn't it? It was like at that point, that exact point that watch was released, Watches and Wonders, and everybody, and Spence was saying he would pay 35 grand for it at the time. The day it was released, I'll pay 35. It's an 8 grand watch, right?
Yeah.
Circa 8 grand. And it literally, that was like the very top of the world in terms of watches.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Anyway, guys, if you've got any comments on that, please do pop them in. We're going to move now to this week's very special unboxing. I feel quite privileged actually today, Kaylie, because I'm sitting next to a TikTok sensation. Guys, if you haven't seen, check out BQ.watches on TikTok and see the new TikTok sensation. You're viral, baby. Viral.
I love doing them. They're so fun. They're so fun.
We've got a double bubble today, haven't we? Hold them up.
Double bubble.
A double unboxing. Why
Yes.
have we got a double unboxing, Kaylie?
Because I thought, do you know what?
What?
These two, I wanted to know which one you thought was better or
Right.
which one you preferred. I know which one I prefer.
Okay.
But I thought they're the same watch, but there is a difference.
Let's get into
So
it.
let's show them.
Right, let's unbox. Rolexes, yes, okay. Reasonably, oh, new boxes as well. It's good for us. Okay.
Shall we open
let's
it at
grab
the
that.
same time?
Let's grab that. Right, 3,
Two,
2, 1. What is it? Oh, Yachtmasters.
Yeah.
Oh, yellow gold and
White
gold.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So, this is obviously the new one out, the yellow gold one.
Yeah.
And you've got there the white gold one.
Yeah.
And I thought, do you know what? They basically are, they're sisters, not twins.
They're not brothers.
Or brothers,
Okay, I'm just saying.
not twins.
Okay,
Be
they're not
anything.
twins, they are twins.
But they're not, because they're not identical, are they? This is yellow gold, that's white gold. So that's why I said sisters.
Yeah, but, yeah, okay, not identical twins.
Yeah.
They could still be twins.
They could, yeah.
Okay.
So this is the yellow gold one, guys, the new one out. And then Gav's got the white gold one, so this is the Yachtmaster 42.
Okay, and that's also 42 mil.
Yeah, they're both 42.
Both 42 mil, beautiful. I have to say, funnily enough, I'm not a huge, ginormous fan of Yachtmasters until it's this iteration. I really like it on the Oyster Flex. I really like it with the matte bezel as well. I think it looks absolutely stunning.
I agree. And it's because it's like matte black with the like black Oyster Flex strap. I feel like it just with the black dial, I just feel like it all goes.
Yeah.
Looks very like classy and sleek.
It
doesn't
does. It looks very, very sleek and actually very unassuming. We use that word quite a lot. Understated.
Yeah,
we use that a lot.
We do. We need to find a new word.
I know.
think.
Okay, let's take them off and flip them on and see how they look on both of us. Now, oh, this one fits. If the shoe fits, Kaylie, where I really like that. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I like this a lot. It's too big.
Let's double cuff it. It's a bit too big. Okay, so.
But I would wear this. I love this actually.
Yeah, I have to say this one is really, really beautiful. Really slight. Nice weight, nice feel to it.
Yeah, they're not too heavy because I think obviously it's not all like with the Oyster Flex as well. Do you know what I mean? It's not all precious metal.
Yeah, but beautifully done. So this is a 2022. And yours?
No, mine's a 22. I believe yours is a 2021.
2021 and 2022. Let's swap these. Have a little look at yours.
Okay.
So looking at this one, I have to say instantly, I'm not sure which one I actually prefer because I can see a use for both of them. I see that as kind of an everyday stroke watch, like, you know, down by the beach. Whereas I see this one more for a nighttime kind of night out.
Dinner, nice
very
restaurant,
smart,
few
very
drinks.
sleek, very, 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 very nice. Yeah, really like that. Guys, what do you think of the Yachtmasters? In fact, across all the range.
Yeah, and also guys, let us know in the comments which one you think you prefer. The yellow gold or the white gold.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's have a little take that off. Exactly the same though, aren't they?
Yeah, so exactly the same, obviously, apart from yellow gold and white gold. That's literally the only difference here.
Perfect. What's the prices of these two?
So this one is a 226659 and this is 29,000.
Okay, and this one?
And that one's a 226658 and that is 29,500.
29,500. And would you do a deal for me at 50 grand for the pair? That's a no, isn't it? It was worth a try.
It was, Gav, it was.
So Kaylie, a gorgeous pair of Yachtmasters on yellow gold and white gold, and I guess they can just
give us a call.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
See you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye. Kaylie and I have been watching that video back, and the first thing I said to Kaylie was, Kaylie, just why is there no oyster flex on a Submariner? Because that to me is a bit like a Submariner with an oyster flex, and just comes 360 is the question. I love both those watches. You like the yellow gold, don't you?
I love that watch.
Yeah, I think for me the white gold would be my winner. Guys, do let us know in the comments what you would like. Matches your skin tone, Gav. Buy it. I'd probably just try and borrow it if I'm going to be really honest with you. But really subtly beautiful, really simple, really lovely.
Yeah.
And just makes me basically want to take this and put it on an oyster flex and see what it would look like.
Do you know what? Everyone's been saying that for years. Why is the Submariner not on an oyster flex?
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah. Night Wrist Watchman, love the Rose Yachtmaster. Good to see you on Saturday as well. We went to the football.
Yes, there were some Love Islanders there as well.
Well, no, Night Wrist Watchman, I went to Spurs to see the mighty Spurs.
Yeah,
Coys win 1-0.
I know.
Yeah, we had a lovely day out.
There was also some Love Islanders there who also support Spurs.
Were they? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw, what's the fella from Only Way is Essex? Bobby.
Bob's.
Yeah, Bob's. He was in Selfridges today. Just
Was
to let you know.
he?
Yeah, he was in Selfridges.
Love Bob's.
We've got a new section to today's show, everyone. Now that you're a YouTube famous TikToker, we've decided to introduce a new element to the show. Basically, it's all about Kaylie. Take a look. Yes, it's Kaylie's Celebrity Watch. Because Kaylie, you love a celeb, don't you?
Love a celeb.
Now, when they do like Love Island next year, do you put your CV in and say, I'd like to be on there? I've got my own following. I'm now a TikToker.
I would. Do you know what? I would apply, but I'm too scared to do the video.
What, the
introduction? Like, hi, my name's Kaylie. I work at a watch company. I'm 26. I'm from Hertfordshire. You should put me on the show because... And then I just go blank.
You just go blank. I can help you with that. We can write a script. Paul can help you with some acting. Let's have a look at your first selection, okay? Your first selection for your celebrities. Jason Statham and Robert Lewandowski.
Yep.
Talk to me about this watch.
Love Jason Statham, can I say?
Do you?
I think he is the most, like, one of my favourite actors ever. I love him.
Did you know what he did before he was an actor?
What?
Because on my TikTok today, whilst I was watching you, do you know what came up after I'd been looking at the Jason Statham watch?
That too.
He was a diver for Great Britain, as in like on the springboard.
Was he?
Yeah. He was a diver for Great Britain or England or Great Britain. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? Cool. And the reason why we got Robert Lewandowski there, because somebody tried to rob him of his watch last week in Italy.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
And that's what that picture was. But that's the Nautilus 5980. That's a great celebrity watch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very popular. Yeah. Very, very popular.
Now, the next person you've picked out is this chap.
Hang on. Do you not want to guess the price?
Oh, should we guess the price? Yeah, let's guess the price. Let's go. I'll guess the price.
Because I've
totally forgotten.
I know
list.
the price.
Guess
Go on.
the list.
Guess the list.
I know.
90,000.
Disappointing.
I wasn't far off.
Okay, so the list is 81,060.
And the grey market
is 210. Going for about 210.
Wow, that's pretty special.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next person, I fancy that you fancy this fella.
Oh, which one?
Do you love him?
Paddy the Baddie.
Paddy the Baddie. Now, he's MMA, isn't he?
Yeah.
What does MMA stand for?
Mixed martial arts.
Yeah. You love him, don't you? Now, what is it you love about him? Is it
so
Rolex
can I say, can I say
Yachtmaster?
I actually didn't know anything about him, right?
Yeah.
Didn't know anything about him. And then he won his fight and so did his friend. She won her fight. Meatball Molly, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Meatball Molly.
That might be wrong.
What a great fighting name.
That's right.
That is right. And I just thought, do you know what? They're so down to earth. It's actually so funny.
Yeah.
And I thought, do you know what?
I love his Scouse accent.
That's what I mean.
It's great to watch.
The Scouse accent is so funny.
It's almost comedy, isn't it? Now, what's he wearing there?
Well, that's what we just unboxed.
Yeah.
So.
The Yachtmaster 42.
Yeah, there he is of Mike Tyson.
22665.
Prices, anyone?
Tyson, no, he hasn't got a watch on.
Prices.
Oh, prices. Let's get the prices. Right, I'm going to go for I know what it is. I reckon it's 19,000 and 29,000. How about that? Oh, 23,728.
Do you want to know a really funny story actually about Paddy the Baddy
Come then.
and Meatball Molly? So they both won their fight, right? Drake won £3,000.
Drake? As in the singer?
Rapper singer.
Yeah.
Won £3,000 because he bet on them and said if they win, he will buy them a Rolex. So when they both won, they done an Instagram story and basically said like, Drake, we've just won. We've just won you money as well.
He didn't win $3,000.
Wasn't it more?
A lot more.
Oh, maybe that's what. Yeah, but anyway. So then he ended up reposting it like, yeah, I'll buy you a Rolex. We don't know which one yet.
Speaking of Drake.
He won 3.7 million.
Oh, there you go. 3.7 million he won from.
What, from the MMA fight?
From putting them two to win.
Yeah.
Sorry, Drake won 3.7 million for betting on the two of them to win.
There you go. There's his betting slip.
Wow.
Yeah, he won 3.7 million.
And that's how he can then be like, yeah, okay, no worries, I'll buy you a Rolex.
Wow. So this is Drake.
Love Drake.
Drake is wearing a Rolex Day Date 228349 RBR. Why did you pick this one? First of all, do you love Drake?
Love Drake, seen him live.
Do you?
Him. Yeah.
I don't get it.
For his older music, but...
Older?
Yeah, like his old Take Care album. That's my favourite.
Yeah, me too. You ever heard of Rapper's Delight?
No.
Sugar Hill Gang?
No.
Old school.
And this is all factory diamonds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stunning piece. I have to guess the price on that.
Yeah.
57,500.
Oh,
and
that's a good guess.
150. I'll go for 3 times list. Oh, I was totally out. 69.5. Grey market 95. I wouldn't buy that watch.
It's a lot.
Tim Jacks is asking, what was the stake, James, for the bet?
I'm just pulling it up here.
Let's pull the betting slip back up. Let's have a look. I can't read it because I've got new glasses.
No, it's very blurry.
Thank you, Muhammad Ali, for your super chat, 17.99. Yachtmaster 42 is a fantastic watch. I should know. Absolutely, Muhammad Ali. Drake was an Elizabethan sailor, wasn't he? Yeah, he was, actually, Drake. What was the bet there? I can't see that at all.
Slip.
I can see that. I can see that.
2.296 million.
Hold on a second. He bet 2.29 million on them winning.
Yeah, he's got all the money in the world.
Oh, he has to be fair, hasn't he?
There you go.
Oh, that, and he got a return of
3.7.
3.7. So he made like $1 million and whatever.
Yeah, but hold on a second. He bet 2.2 million, Kaylie.
Yeah, I know.
He won 1.5.
Wow.
Yeah, Meatball Molly McCann and Paddy the Power Pimlet.
I mean...
Mark F asks, Kaylie, what are your thoughts about Daytona on left wrist and Apple Watch on right wrist at the same time? Can you believe I have seen this?
No, that's...
It was probably on you, Kaylie.
No, it wasn't, Gav.
You sure?
No, probably was.
It probably definitely was,
I definitely
was it?
need to burn my Apple Watch.
Yeah. You need to burn it.
Yeah.
After you just made that TikTok.
Yeah.
You do, didn't you? Yeah. Robert James, I had Rapper's Delight on the other day. Oh, I love Rapper's Delight. You never heard Rapper's Delight?
No,
Said a hip,
sorry.
hop, the
Oh,
hip,
I know
it,
that.
the hip, it, and the hip, hip, hop. You don't stop the rocket to the bam, bam, books it up, jump the boogie.
See
to
if
the
they
rhythm
can
of the
finish
boogity
it in the
beat.
comments.
If you can finish it in the comments. Now, what you hear is not a... yeah, there we go. Well, dare I say it, we've managed to make it through another week without old Spencer missing dryer.
You've done no questions from Instagram.
I know, I haven't got there yet. got there yet, James. He's aged 55. He's 5'5", and he weighs 75 kilos. Apparently,
And he's
last seen
MIA.
in Wales. Yeah, last seen in Wales. Before we head off, we're going to do the questions from Instagram. All right, we're going to whiz through these. Kaylie, I'm actually going to have to change glasses because I've got new glasses on it. I can't see the screens. Right, so let's just flip those over. Great to see more of the goings on with servicing, checking of watches at BQ. It's my game 99. Now, I'll just say, I go into that watch room and I chat to those guys at least once a week. They're the quietest, nicest men.
Yeah.
They do not want to be on
You
camera.
won't see them on camera.
There is just zero chance. Although I have tried to get Andy in to come and explain, how they take the watches apart and all the other bits and pieces.
Maybe we could try to get Andy in.
Maybe we can try and get Andy,
Maybe.
but we're going to work on that one for you. Question number 2 from Luke Jones 1969. Have you had many Riddlers in stock, and what do they go for at the moment? Well, we just answered that, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean,
You've actually had 2 in stock, haven't you?
yeah.
You've bought 2, sold 2, and literally haven't touched them again, have you?
Well, we haven't really been offered them either.
No.
Do you know what I mean? We're not really being offered them daily to give a price on them at the minute. So
okay, so there we go. Gotham Bamar, state of the market. Who seems to be thinking prices were going up. Agree. I think we've covered that one. What I would say on that is I don't think we care if prices necessarily go up or down, as long as things remain steady and everybody's happy.
Yeah,
there we go.
100%.
Everybody be happy. Next question from Dyers. What is your opinion about the Daytona Oysterflex 116515 LN chocolate dial?
I like it.
Love it.
I love a chocolate dial.
I love a chocolate dial as well. And I love a Daytona or an Oysterflex.
Love a Daytona or Oysterflex.
Because I have one.
My favourite one probably is the yellow gold one, if I'm honest.
Yes.
Don't know what it is. I just love yellow gold.
Yes. Got rose.
I know.
You know because you told it to us. Right. Next question up is from Gotham as well. Black Bay Pro or Tudor Harrods? Black Bay Pro. Split decision right down the middle there, 50-50. The Real Allen one. What are your thoughts on SCG watches? Now, these are super clones. So my thoughts are, well, actually, I have thought about this because I thought about once upon a time buying a super clone for that because I wanted to have the enjoyment of wearing it. But then I realised if I was buying a super clone of the watch that I own, why would I do that? Because it wouldn't feel the same. If you buy a pair of Gucci shoes, you know you're wearing a pair of Gucci shoes.
Yeah.
Why would you buy a pair of knockoff shoes that look like Gucci shoes? It's not the same thing. So my opinion is, why do it? For you, Kaylie?
No, I mean, I agree.
You agree. Okay.
Obviously, we
like to know your thoughts
watches,
on that, guys. You're all watch lovers. You know, that's why we're all part of the same community. I mean, do any of you guys own super clones? Do you look at the super clone sites? I have been through the sites and had a look.
I know people that have got them.
And they do look unbelievably good. And me personally, I'm not going to be able to tell the difference. Spencer can spot them a mile away. But some of them are very, very good.
Some of them are great, and obviously people don't want to. If they don't want to, if it's like a Panda Daytona, they don't want to go and spend 30 grand on it, and they can get one for 2 grand. Well,
Adam, you're going to get my prize this week. I don't know what it is for great comments. Adam Crossfire, you're just going to get mugged and beaten up for a fake. I mean, it's so true.
No, but it is. If you're going to get, yeah.
No fun in moody watches, says Mark F. Question number 7. Luke Jones 969. Is Spencer the new Rolex mystery shopper? And that's why he hasn't been around lately.
Do you know what? We'll add that to the pile of wherever everyone thinks he is. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's Paul's mystery shopper. He got all the questions in from the Rolex ADs. That was a good video, by the way. Gotham again. Has Milgauss Blue taken a hit in this market?
Not a massive one, no. Still quite a premium, the blue one.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Question number 8. Cupcakes of distinction. Are JLC an investment piece? You can't ask me that. Jaeger LeCoultre. I would say no. On the very little I know about Jaeger LeCoultre.
It's hard. I would say no. I would say, in my opinion, no.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you, how many Jaeger LeCoultres do you offer a premium to list? To be able to sell them over list?
But I also don't really get offered any brand new ones. They're normally like older ones.
Yeah, older pieces.
Don't really
like
ever get offered. Don't ever really get offered any brand new ones that come out.
Yeah. LC Watch Collectors popped in a comment. If you bought a watch as an investment, it's nice to buy a fake and it feels like you still have that watch, but knowing your genuine one is safe, sat at home, unworn. I get the point.
I do get that, but I think I also get the thing of what that other gentleman said as well about not that people are getting robbed everywhere, but if you aren't, do you know what I mean? It's a lot. You just need to. Yeah. But I get what everyone. There's pros and cons to both, isn't there?
Yeah. Adam says JLC on the lower end, not an investment on the but high on the horology side.
Yeah.
Which is good. Gotham, OP41 or Datejust 41?
Datejust 41.
And Datejust 41 for me as well. Question number 11. Will the market recover?
I mean, I can't.
Well, I'll put my cock on the block and I'm going to say that I don't think it ever really gets back to the silly heights of earlier this year. I just don't see that happening. I think the over enthusiasm, the culture of backpack dealers and everything else, I think has been sidelined. And also think rising interest rates, everything else is going to be coming. I think it's just topped off nicely, and hopefully everybody can buy the watches they want and just keep trading. You got anything to add?
No, I'm over the.
You're over it.
I just feel like it's just. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's just always negative about the market.
Do you remember when we used to do shows in like last July, and people say, "What will the price of an OP41 be at Christmas?"
Yeah.
And we all got. We all got it right.
I want them
we all said
questions
higher.
again. The positive questions.
Yeah, the positive questions. Question number 12. This is from Josh Benson. Does backwinding a non-hacking movement damage it?
Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, Josh. You're asking the two least knowledgeable people about non-hacking movements. We can ask the watchmakers.
I'll have to ask the watchmakers. I mean, I personally do not know that off the top of my head.
Exactly. Question number 13 from the Bezel King. Have you used Nano Clear on your watches?
We haven't, not yet.
And
I mean,
nor
I
have
know that everyone's talking about it, and it's a big thing at the minute.
I was talking to Heavenly Mark the other day. I know he wraps some watches as well. So it's definitely a thing.
Yeah, it's definitely something we like to look into, and you know.
Marcus just said, has Gav got a vibrating chair?
Because what is happening is I keep seeing yours.
It's really funny.
What is happening?
I tell you what it is. It's my leg is shaking. I've got a shockling leg because I've got anxiety because I'm traveling tomorrow. So yeah, there we go. Let's have a look at the next question. I will stop doing that now. You've really made me conscious. Jacob, this is a great question. Of the current GMT lineup, what will be discontinued first?
I think the Batgirl, only because of the rumours. But I also think what I think you think.
I'm going to say the GMT Riddler. I think that goes.
I'm really torn.
I think that could be a 1-year wonder. And I think now the hype has gone around the GMT Riddler. I think everybody who wanted it because they thought it was a great piece and it was 35 grand and it's 40 grand, they pick it up at 8 and all the rest of it. And yes, it may still be around 20 or whatever it is. But I think people will see it for if they didn't like it, and it's been very Marmite.
Very.
I think it's got potential to go. Or if not go, it'll be right-handed next.
Yeah. And also I think the people that want it because they're left-handed are the people that have got it and they're just keeping it. Do you know what I mean?
Muhammad Ali, thank you for your super chat, $8.99. Still trying to buy my first Moose watch 5 months after they were released. Muhammad Ali, you're such a nice chap. thatwatchguylondon@gmail.com. Drop me an email tomorrow. And let me see if I can help you. Okay? Let's see what we can do. Next question up.
That's your lot, mate.
Well, apparently that's our lot. There we go. Fantastic.
Wow.
James is on overtime, according to Ian Nicholson. James is on overtime. Spencer Dryer, if you happen to be watching, where the hell are you? There's missing posters out for you everywhere. We've splattered them all over Spain. They're on the streets of Riddler, Hertfordshire and London. We miss you. Please come back soon. We're wondering if we've done anything to offend you. Aren't we, Kaylie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you just
can't be, yeah.
Or you just like me.
You're just having a lovely time.
You're like,
He's having a lovely time on Paul's jet ski, isn't he?
Yeah.
Guys, it's been great having you join us once again on a Monday night. It's bank holiday next weekend, and I don't want to be the bearer of bad news saying there won't be a show, but I am definitely abroad next week. So we're going to talk Spencer, if we ever find him, into popping up for next week's show, but we'll keep you posted on that. If you have a TikTok account, go check out our little legend that is Kaylie. Where is that little button gone again? Here we go. I'll pop it up in the corner. Kaylie's the queen of TikTok. Look at those facial expressions. Look at the eyes.
What's the address?
She is brilliant. The address for it is TikTok is bq.watches.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been emotional. It's been fantastic. Manchester United, are they still 2-0 up? I'm guessing they probably are. Go on, Kaylie. Lead off with the outro.
So, if you haven't dealt with me or Gav yet, it's only a matter of time.
See you soon. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.